Top 10 actors who were banned from award shows. Carmine Kitedi. Carmine Kitedi was a solid character actor, remembered for roles in The Godfather Part 2 and The Godfather Part 3. He wasn't a household name, but he made history for all the wrong reasons. In the early 2000s, the Academy discovered that screener copies of films he had been given for award voting ended up being pirated. Though Kitedi claimed he only shared them with a friend who misused them, the damage was done. The Academy expelled him, the first actor ever to be banned. His long career was suddenly overshadowed by controversy, proving that even minor missteps could exile someone from Hollywood's most prestigious circle. Isaiah Washington. Isaiah Washington rose to fame in Grey's Anatomy, earning critical acclaim for his complex performances. But his time on the show ended in scandal after an on-set incident, and use of an offensive slur sparked outrage. When the dust settled, Washington was not only dismissed from the medical drama, but also faced unwelcome reception at industry events. The Academy and other organizations began quietly distancing themselves, and while not always officially banned, his invitations to several high-profile functions simply disappeared. For a promising actor once celebrated, losing that place in Hollywood's inner circle became a painful reality. Sacha Baron Cohen. Sacha Baron Cohen is known for his outrageous characters, Ali G, Borat, Bruno, roles designed to shock. Award shows love spectacle, but Cohen pushed the boundaries too far at times. When he attended ceremonies in outlandish costume stunts, most infamously spilling ashes he claimed were Kim Jong-il's onto Ryan Seacrest, the doors temporarily closed to him. Executives feared his appearances would derail broadcasts. While never banned for life, Cohen faced suspensions and warnings, with restrictions on what antics he could pull if he attended again. For a short time, Hollywood's glitziest nights had no room for Borat's chaos. Adrien Brody. Adrien Brody earned sudden fame and respect with The Pianist, even winning the Oscar as Best Actor. But later, he shocked audiences with a stunt kiss, grabbing and kissing presenter Halle Berry during the live show. What came across to many as inappropriate caused outrage. Though the Academy didn't expel him from membership, he faced a quiet freeze. Years passed without invites. His reputation in award circles turned complicated, clouding what should have been a dignified legacy. For one moment of bad judgment, Brody spent years distanced from award shows that once proudly celebrated his talent. Monique. Monique stunned critics and audiences alike in Precious, which earned her the Oscar for Best Supporting Actress. But soon afterward, she clashed publicly with Hollywood power brokers. She refused to campaign in the traditional way, calling out unfair treatment in the industry. The result? Roles dried up and studios cooled. Invitations to major awards ceremonies stopped arriving. Monique was effectively unofficially blacklisted. Her absence from red carpets felt everywhere. For speaking her truth, she found herself outside the awards circle. Proof that success in Hollywood sometimes depends as much on compliance as on artistry. Richard Gere. Richard Gere had long been respected for his performances and adored for films like Pretty Woman. Yet a political statement during an Academy Awards ceremony in the 1990s changed his fate. Gere spoke about human rights violations in Tibet, drawing the ire of Academy executives who wanted entertainment free of political commentary. Years passed before the chill lifted, but for nearly 2 decades, Gere was not invited back to Oscar night. For one moment of conscience, he was banned from an event that once celebrated him as a leading actor. His exile highlighted the fine line between artistry and politics in Hollywood. Will Smith. For decades, Will Smith was one of Hollywood's most beloved stars, with blockbusters and prestige roles alike. He even won the Oscar for King Richard. But in 2022, everything changed. During the live telecast, Smith walked on stage and slapped comedian Chris Rock after a joke directed at his wife. The shocking moment stunned the world. The Academy responded quickly, banning him from attending the Oscars and related events for 10 years. Though he kept his award, Smith's relationship with Hollywood's biggest night was shattered. Once a staple of family-friendly success, he now carries one of the most infamous bans in film history. Harvey Weinstein. Though primarily a producer and not best known as an actor, Harvey Weinstein's ban became symbolic of Hollywood's reckoning. Once a dominant force in awards season, from Shakespeare in Love to The King's Speech, Weinstein was later exposed for decades of abuse. The Academy expelled him in 2017, permanently banning him from its ranks. His absence stunned Hollywood since he had shaped the modern idea of Oscar campaigning. His fall marked a turning point for the industry, where power didn't shield misconduct any longer. It remains the most notorious expulsion in Academy history. Roman Polanski. Roman Polanski is celebrated as a director and less known as an actor. but was long enshrined in Hollywood circles. His life took a dark path after criminal charges in the 1970s. He fled the United States and lived in exile. For decades, the Academy awkwardly allowed his membership, even though he could not attend ceremonies. But in 2018, after mounting public pressure, Polanski was expelled permanently along with Weinstein. His artistic genius had once earned him awards, but his personal choices ensured his permanent banishment. Once embraced by Hollywood, he became unwelcome in its highest halls. Marlon Brando. Marlon Brando, the rebel who revolutionized acting, staged one of the boldest award show moments in history. In 1973, he refused the Oscar for his performance in The Godfather. Instead, he sent Native American activist Sachin Littlefeather to decline the award and deliver a speech about Hollywood's mistreatment of indigenous people. The move shocked the industry. While Brando wasn't formally expelled, his relationship with the Academy never recovered. He was effectively frozen out, uninvited from further attendance. For daring to use his platform for justice, Brando paid with a quiet exile. His bold act, part protest, part defiance, remains unforgettable.